Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are here doing a bit of DayZ standalone because we've never done this before, and because we've never done this before, we have enlisted an expert. Here in the deep grass it lies a paedophile.
Thank you very much.
I should not have said that. It is Mr. Tingg, Tingg 101.
Hello everybody.
King of the DayZ. He knows all the hand gestures, and some of them are palatable.
Some of them, yes. Some of them not so friendly. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. That's about all I can do. I can do that. That's it. That's the extent of my skills. But we're here with the mentor, Sensei.
Okay.
Sensei Tingg is here to lead us.
Yes, you notice you have the green shirt, I have the white shirt.
Yes.
Mine is an undergarment. Unfortunately, had to rip up my shirt and bandage. Getting over here was tricky, and zombies want my flesh. But I managed to shake them off. I hope they're not following me. Anyway, so yes, you're fresh spawn, first time on the game, correct?
I am here, and I don't know what's going on, and you're here, and that helps.
Okay, excellent, Joy. So, it's quite a steep learning curve. I will go quite slowly, hopefully, and it's all understood. So, at the moment, you need to rip up the shirt on your back. So you want to press your inventory key, whatever you got that set to.
Yep.
Drag the shirt from your inventory to the vicinity on the left.
Yep. Yeah.
Right click and
hang on.
tear into rags.
Vicinity on the left. Vicinity. Yeah. Yes.
And the shirt should be in there. And then if you
Tear into
right
rags.
click,
Got
tear
it.
to rags. Now, my good man, could I have a rag? Because I've used mine, and if I die, then you're alone.
If I put rags in the vicinity, you should get them.
There they are on the floor. Thank you muchly, kind sir. Now, do you have the flashlight and the battery?
Let me just check. I have a battery and a flashlight.
Okay, the flashlight, it will not get dark, so get rid of the flashlight. You do not need it.
It's going in the vicinity.
If you keep the battery, if we find a defibrillator and you die, I can, clear and you'll come back.
I don't want to be negative about this, but I'm not feeling comfortable about using a defibrillator with a 9-volt battery. So something about this is.
if you right click the battery and test it, you actually lick it, and it should have some charge in there. And I'm not kidding. It will tell you in the bottom left of your screen. Here he goes. He's having a little lick of the battery, having a little taste, and it should.
The battery feels pretty fully charged. Right.
There you go. He just stuck that on. You know when you're a kid.
I did that.
Go on that. So, okay.
That's normal, that is.
We'll start with yeah. I know you've played the mod, but for anyone watching that hasn't, we'll start with the very basics. You have 3 main stances. So you have C, X, and Z, or Z. So press Z and you lay down.
I'm getting a link error.
Oh, that's just a little bit desync. It'll be a broken chain.
Yep.
If it's a solid chain, then the server is about to crash.
Cool.
All we need to do is find a new server if that happens. So Z to lay down, X puts you in the prone position, and C to stand back up again.
Paedophile in the grass position. I like that.
There we go. So yes, pedo grass. Excellent.
Excellent.
There's ways of looking around with your numerical part of your keypad. So 4 will look left, 6 will look right, and you can look over your shoulders with 3 and 1. So when you're running along and you want to look behind you, just press 1 or 3, and you look over your respective shoulders.
Apparently.
Alternately, you can hold down the Alt key, and that's your neck pivot, and then just move your mouse around, and you can look wherever you point your mouse.
Press what? What was that one?
The Alt key. If you hold down Alt and then move your mouse, you can look your head around.
Oh, yes.
Now, all we have no weapons, Furry, and we have no food or drink.
Yeah.
Not great, but if you press spacebar, we do have fisticuffs, and if you click, give it the old 1-2. That's all we have at the moment, and that is not a viable option.
I can lead with the left. Nice.
Yes, you southpaw, or yes, it can be tricky though. It's going to be a lot of punches on a zombie. However, if we bump into anyone else, we have the 4 fists and they only have the 2. So safety in numbers.
Cool.
Obviously WASD to move around. Now, if you want to talk to somebody else in game through chat, I would advise not typing. If you press /, you can type to people. I'd advise not doing that. Purely because if I do it now and say hello, you will see there it says Mr. Tingg. Now everybody knows that I am in this area. Everybody within 50 meters of me can read that, and that they know I'm the one that typed it. So by chatting thusly and saying the hello, they can hear that, but not know who said it.
Okay, cool.
It keeps you anonymous.
In terms of
If you
50
hear-
meters, if
If you
we
hear, yes,
look from where you're standing at that tree
Mhm.
in front of us, how far is 50 meters?
that's about 30 meters. So maybe the other side of the road would
Okay.
be 50.
Okay, cool.
Also, if you press P, that will bring up all the players' names on the server.
Uh-huh.
If you find my name, Mr. Tingg, and click, and there should be mute. Now, because we're on TeamSpeak, you need to mute me in game, and now when I speak, you won't get any echo on your videos or through your headsets, which is good for anyone else who wants to record DayZ. If you mute your friends that are with you, and then they don't come through on your video. So, if you press your inventory key quickly, I'll explain how the slots work. You will see you have the shoes and the brown jeans.
Yes, grey jeans, but yes.
Yep, and you have 4 slots. You should have your batteries in one slot and your bandages in another slot.
Yes.
That represents your 4 pockets in your jeans. At the bottom of the screen, you have a hotbar. They are basically your numbers on the top of your keyboard 1 to 0.
Cool.
So you should drag your bandages into slot number 1.
Yeah, I've actually preempted you there, but I could
Oh,
put my
lovely.
battery. Could I not put my battery in slot in a hand slot then?
You could, but you can't actually do anything. You can't throw it or anything, unfortunately. So
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I've put my battery in slot number
the
2.
reason for putting the bandages in the hotbar is to, if you press 1, they're in your hand. I can bandage you or myself. So if you're knocked out on the floor unconscious, I can bandage you and then run and try and find the gear to bring you back.
Okay.
And then you press the number again and it gets rid of it. So there is a small town just up the coast, some houses here, and we've got a bit of a jog, unfortunately, chap.
That's just,
So-
I'm happy. You know, cardio and all that.
Indeed, rule number 1, cardio.
I don't mind jogging to a town. I may have to do something because having put the battery in my hotbar and pressing 2, it now just says permanently lick battery.
Ah, yes. Yes, that may tingle after some time. It also may kill taste buds. So,
yeah.
not the ideal situation.
Just don't be licking the battery a lot.
I'll tell you about the movement and stuff. While we're jogging like this, we're burning off food and water, so your thirst and hunger meters are slowly ticking down all the time in this game. The faster you move, the faster they tick down. Now there's a lot of food and drink and all kinds of loot, and I think rather than go through everything, we'll cover it as we find it. I think that'll be a lot easier.
So, what are the rules for loot spawning?
Right, at the moment, because the game is pre-release and it isn't finished yet. Oh, we've got somebody up here at that greenhouse with a red bag. He's running away, so we'll let him go, I think.
He's hiding in the trees.
Yes,
oh, there's someone
indeed.
else. Oh, no, I'm getting lag.
Yeah, he's desyncing basically. He's probably an American and this is a UK server, so he's probably got a lot of desyncing
Yeah, I think
and
he's gone now.
latency. Another tip is if you're looking at that greenhouse, if
Yeah.
you hold down your right mouse button, you can zoom in and get a closer look. That's quite useful.
Cool. Is that like the aiming with a gun thing?
Yes, but with a gun you can use different keys, and we'll do that sort of as and when. We may not find any guns because they're in certain areas, and obviously everybody goes there because everybody wants a gun.
Yep.
I personally try not to use the guns. I like to use, well, I'd say my intelligence. I'd like to just say my brain. I try and use my brain to talk out of situations rather than have to kill people. Aha, our first piece of loot. So loot is everywhere now, random places. This is a rotten orange. If you eat that, you will get food poisoning.
Right. I don't really want food poisoning. If that's
No.
okay.
The only way to get rid of food poisoning is charcoal tablets, and the only place you find those that I've seen is hospitals, really. So basically we need to have a look around in this house. Loot could be anywhere, under tables, on chairs, upstairs,
Presumably the guy
in
that
cupboards.
just been here will have emptied.
Yeah, but this
yeah.
door is closed, so when the server starts, all doors are closed.
Uh-huh.
So if you find a house with no open doors, you can actually loot that building. There should be loot in there. So we'll check this house. This house looks fairly empty, to be honest. And we'll see what else we can see.
Well, there seems to be a bigger conurbation up the road. Maybe,
Yes,
maybe.
I'm thinking the same thing. Now, we need to get there relatively quickly. So a top tip for anyone who's played the game and may not know this, if you raise your fists and then we sprint by double tapping, you actually run half as fast again. So this is like 150% speed.
Cool.
Yeah, and if new players are chasing you, raise your fists and run, and you can actually outrun them and get away, which is quite good. I'm a bit worried because this is Solnichny coming up.
And
He's
this is...
a fairly... Oh, this is a desynced player, so he's died and respawned. You can tell from all the blood, and if you scroll on him, you'll get a gun, a white gun symbol. If you click your scroller or press your F key, you'll see his gears on the left and our gears on the right. So if I tear up his shirt, and I've taken his rags now, and I can combine those with the ones I have, then now I have 4 rags.
Okay, cool.
Which is helpful, and he will stay there until the server resets. Obviously it's in alpha, things like that aren't quite fixed yet. And
He doesn't look comfortable.
Yes, he is bleeding from like 2 feet around him,
Yeah.
which is very strange. But like I say, early days for the game, and it's very broken. But I mean, I've played like 100 hours, and I've seen more bugs in this game than any other game I've ever played.
Now, before we get too far into this town, what are zombie spawning rules currently?
Okay, there's one chasing us now, so I think yes, here he comes. So
yep.
we'll walk and talk, otherwise we're getting eaten.
Okay.
So in the mod, zombies will spawn anywhere that there's players and there are buildings. So if you're a player in a town, zombies will spawn. As you know, if you run about 5 kilometers, they're still chasing you. In this, you don't need to get too far away at all, like maybe 100, 200 meters, and they will stop. Like, he's probably stopped chasing us already.
It looks like it. There's one coming dead ahead.
There we go. Now, zombies spawn all over the server, and they do not aggro until they see a person. So if I ran through this town, and I aggroed all of the zombies, and sort of herded them up and moved them out of town, then you will be able to walk around scot-free, looting away, till your heart's content, really. I think we should go in this large building here.
Okay.
These are large silver buildings. This is industrial loot. Now, there's no vehicles in the game, but you do get large backpacks and weapons spawning in industrial buildings.
Okay.
Explain weapons as and when. That's a fire extinguisher, and that is a weapon. So if you middle-click that, that's better than your fists, but only just. And there is a red bag here, if you want to grab that, or an orange bag. If you grab the backpack, and it will give you a lot more slots than just 4 pockets. And I will check upstairs, my good man, and see what we have.
Cool.
I have a can of drink, I will give you that. And I have a motorcycle. Oh no, I don't. I have a red bag to also, so we are...
Oh, we're the red bag boys. Nice.
Indeed. And there's a baseball cap and a shirt.
Zombie in the building. Zombie
yes, I
in the
have
building.
a shovel. I have a shovel. We should be...
I'll just run round the outside and come in the other entrance.
Yes. If you bring him to me, I'll pan him with the shovel, my good man.
He's outside currently.
Okie dokie. He could walk through the walls. There are no hitboxes on the zombies at the moment, so watch yourself there, man.
I've got my fire extinguisher out.
Look, you're very brave. That is not a great weapon, so...
You told me to use it.
Yeah, it's better than your fists, but only just.
I think he's lost... Oh, here he is.
The shovel is 4 feet long, so I can hit him from 4 feet away, but I probably will bleed. Yes, I'm bleeding. Get down. It is not, as you can see, not an effective weapon. You have to get the headshots. So I'm bleeding. I've pressed 1. Oh, he's still alive. Excellent.
I'm trying to beat on him now. I was unsuccessful beating on him.
So yeah, very, very tricky to kill these guys with these awful
There
weapons. You want to...
There we go. And if I scroll on him, will I get anything?
No, they
he's gone.
despawn because...
yeah, you're bleeding like a...
Yes. I'm okay. I'm okay. Got my bandages in hand, thanks to you. And as you can see, I look completely different now, so there's a lot of clothing and stuff in the game. I will drop for you a can of drink, and you can have the shovel and the hat, my good man. And I've dropped it now, and it takes a few minutes to pop up.
I've got the shovel.
Yep. So if you middle click that, it will go into your bag. What you need to do is get that fire extinguisher out of your hands by pressing whatever number it is.
Okay, yeah. Bear with me. 2. Okay, I've gone for the battery. Bear with me here a sec.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna drop the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, and then drag the shovel from your backpack. Just put it onto your guy's body in the middle, and that makes it your active weapon.
Yep. Cool.
Also, there is a hat. If you middle click the hat, it will go straight on your head. Then if you middle click another hat, it will go into your bag.
Is there a range for these things?
Basically, it's a small white dot in the middle of your screen.
Yep.
If you just put that on there, it should say take blue baseball cap, and then just click your scroller, Go
Oh
straight
yeah.
on your head.
I
There we
now
go.
have a hat. I'm banging me.
You look good now. You look
Yeah.
great.
Uh,
There are bandanas in the game, and people don't wear them, and I think that's silly. If you don't have a hat on, that's an empty slot, basically a free pocket, if you will. Put a bandana on your head. If you run out of rags, take off your bandana and rip it up. Same as my t-shirt here. Rather than put this t-shirt in my bag and use up 2 or 3 slots, wear it and don't use up any slots.
I see. So it's inventory conservation.
Indeed.
Excellent.
And we'll get to that when we find some boxes, my good man. But,
Excellent. Do you not
for
want the
now,
fire extinguisher? I left it there for you.
I'm just going to run, actually.
Okay. Oh, fair enough.
There-
If you're going to be sniffy about the fire extinguisher.
I'll take it. No, I'll take it. I will take it. Just in case.
It was, as you say, utter garbage. But
Yes, they are not. You'd be better off putting it in his mouth and switching it on, to be honest, but you can't do that. What we need to find is a well, because you can drink water from wells, and I'm getting quite thirsty. I'm not sure about you.
I suspect I am. It keeps saying I'm thirsty, but it doesn't say I'm
Yes.
very thirsty or anything. It just says.
Right, if
yeah,
you
bit.
basically it goes from
Ooh,
I
closed
want a
door.
drink to I need a drink to I really need a drink, and then I'm dying of dehydration.
I've got a stone. Is that any
Yeah,
use?
I haven't used them yet. I go for range. The further away you can keep a zombie, the better. And a stone is about arm length, and that is not good because that's arm length for them as well. On this stove, there is a can of spaghetti.
Cool. I'll have that. There's a kiwi on the table. I've noticed.
Is it a rotten?
No,
kiwi?
it just says
It's a
kiwi.
good one. Okay, just the best way is to press F or to click your scroller. Or you can press tab and drag it into your bag or wherever you want it to be.
Yeah, I think it's. I pressed scroller and it didn't. It stopped telling me there was a kiwi there, but it didn't actually move the kiwi, which is a bit disappointing.
A little bit.
But then it's alpha, so I should expect that.
There's a motorcycle helmet, and that's good if zombies are punching you in the face. It'll actually help you out and stop that a little, and it won't stop bullets. Unfortunately, they're
I
not
feel
bulletproof.
uncomfortable in the motorcycle helmet. I feel they're a little constricting.
Yes, I have found also in the game covering your face is people tend not to sort of stop and talk if you wear a gas mask or a helmet
Yeah.
or a. They've actually got the masks from Payday 2 in this game as well. So the 4 guys from
Yeah.
Payday 2,
Yeah,
they've got the masks in here, and if you wear those, people consider you a bandit, and they won't actually.
You do look like a villain, don't you?
Exactly, yeah. It's a subconscious, I can't see your face, so I don't trust you kind of thing.
Yeah. Can't blame people for that.
Also, if you drop your fists, you'll move a lot quicker.
Yeah.
There we go. So there's lots of houses and stuff around, but I know that there's a well over in this direction, I believe.
The man who knows the map. That's impressive.
Yes. There's a zombie behind us as well. That isn't massively great, but we should be able to lose him, hopefully. Yeah, there's only about 7 or 10 spawn spots, and once you've, like I say, 100 hours, once you've spawned as many times as me, because you do die a lot, don't get attached to your stuff, you will die. If you don't die, sometimes the game can just delete your character, so no matter what happens, you will lose your stuff.
I mean, this is it. You have to expect that. That is.
It's the apocalypse, and there is no outlasting the zombies. They will win. This is a well, so if you look at the well, it says drink water. And just keep hammering your F key, F, as fast as you can, and just drink. Go mad on it. The zombie is coming though, so we may need to leave.
Okay.
Yes. Immediately-ish.
I kind of ran over the fence. That's fine.
That's fine. Yep. So yeah, pressing V, you can do like a little hop to jump fences and stuff now, not just the classic vault from the mod.
I'm just watching the zombie. He's a little bit. Is he on me? He's on me.
He's
That's
on
okay.
you. Yes.
I thought he was on you, but he's
No,
on me.
I will defend your honor.
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
It's all
Nothing-
good. It's all
nothing
good.
bad
I was
can
just watching. He's done deal. He's a shambler. He's not going anywhere.
He is. No, he does want your blood, unfortunately.
He can smell me, but I haven't had a
Yes.
bath in a few days, so.
Yes, indeed. So, I think we should keep
There's
looting around.
there's another shed thing over here. Is this more industrial type loot, or?
It could be. It's always worth a look. They're adding new spawn
I
spots.
have a red motorcycle helmet, and that's it.
And there's a burlap sack,
Oh,
but these
burlap
aren't
sack.
actually. They're not part of the game yet. They're in, but they don't work. What the idea is, you handcuff a player. There are handcuffs now.
Yeah.
And you put the sack over his head
I see.
and a bit of the old water torture. I think it's up to people what they do in the game and what they use things for. They're not implemented yet. There is a rumour that you'll be able to sort of construct a rucksack out of some rope and a burlap sack, but people aren't too sure what they're for because they're broken and they don't work. But a lot of these houses, the doors are closed, so closed doors is good. It means no one's looted there yet. And unlike the mod, all of the houses are enterable. So
In that case, I feel like we should. Well, I'll try and have a go at this clown.
Yeah, let's take him out and see if we can get rid of this guy. Obviously, put your dot on his head and try and get headshots, and try not to hit me. Also, I think you're bleeding there, my man. I am also bleeding.
He's doing well, this guy.
Yes, he's not.
Sorry,
bad.
I may have got you that time.
That's okay. We try and pinball him a bit, you know, do a bit of ping pong. I hit him, you hit him, kind of like Minecraft with the zombies.
Yep.
Get away. Get away from me. He's down.
He's down. Don't get up again.
I'm gonna bandage myself because.
And how do I bandage myself? Click that. Okay, I've got that. That's sorted.
Excellent. Now you know how to stop yourself bleeding. That's the most important thing. New players to the game, that's the biggest issue for them, is finding some kind of bandage. Well, what they don't realise is your t-shirt is a bandage and you can tear it up right at the beginning of the game.
I think I've earned this house then.
Yeah.
I don't think it was worth earning this house, but I think I've earned it.
Some houses are... The loot is so well hidden, it'll be on a chair under the table or you know,
I'm getting
on top of the TV.
I can't.
There's a can of sardines.
Let me see. I'm struggling. It's not showing up in my vicinity, but I've got it now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was on top of the telly. Now you've got some cans of food. Unfortunately, we need to get those open with something, and the only way to get them open is using a sharp implement. So I'll go through. You get food loss. So if you've got an axe, you basically cut the can in half with the axe. You lose almost half the food in the tin.
Yeah.
So not very good. The next one up is a screwdriver. You lose about 30%.
Yeah.
The next one up from that is a kitchen knife. You lose between 20 and 15. Well, 15 and 20%. And the best thing in the game is a can opener. It will never break, and you don't lose any food ever. Unfortunately, the can openers are in the big cities, and that's obviously where everybody goes. So the better loot, the more sort of highly priced the loot, the more risk of getting that object. For instance, guns. Go to an area that there's guns, the chances are someone's got there before you and they're just waiting around with the guns. So
yeah, okay.
Not great. There's another zombie coming now, and
is there? Where? I'm out of bandages.
Oh, I have some. But we need to yeah,
I don't know where you've gone.
I'm with you. I will never leave your side.
That's fine.
I just don't.
Okay, zombies here too. I did not see that. I've suddenly got a desync.
Ah, yes. I'm going to try and sprint and get her attention. Here we go. Hey, leave him alone. Don't you know that's Furry? That's Furryears you're messing with.
Ah, well done. You've got her attention. She seems a bit of a craven young lady.
She's crazy. See, I'm running around her, trying to stay in her blind spots. There we go. You've got it now. Yes. Get down, you horrible woman. Oh, you hit me.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm not aiming for you.
The shovel is somewhat uncontrollable, so I'm just bandaging now.
I believe I'm bleeding as well, so I might need.
You are bleeding. Yes.
A little bit of your
as soon as I'm ready,
gentle ministrations as well.
Yes. If you stand perfectly still.
I shall do just that. I don't want to encourage the bleeding. Mr. Tingg starts to bandage you. That makes me feel better.
There we go.
I'm still spurting a little out of the shoulder there. Nope, it's gone now. My desync's gone yellow.
Okay, I now have one bandage remaining.
We need more bandages.
Yes, obviously, the best way to play is to really creep around and sneak around.
So that's X.
Yeah, and you don't aggro, but nobody does it because the game is really, I wouldn't say broken, it's not finished yet, that's all. And you don't last forever in this, unless you're squadded up with guys that have got good stuff to protect you. So, I mean, there's another zombie down here.
So there is. She's wearing a short skirt.
Okay, we're going to run through here and try and get an axe. Obviously, a sharp weapon is better than a blunt weapon. Blunt weapons can knock players unconscious, but rarely kill a player. Whereas a hatchet will, you can chop a guy in the head and it will kill him in a couple of hits. You'll knock him out with the first one and really hurt him with the second one. So we'll head to this one. These are the classic.
These are the old. Yeah, I remember these.
Blue door classic. And
yeah.
We'll try and get something good in here, hopefully. What do we got here? This should be another T-shirt. So if you want to tear that up,
okay.
if you can get yourself. Aha! There's a compass and gloves. And what's this? A cap. I'll try and get this lovely lady to follow me while you loot. Come on, love.
Yeah, I've looted. I'm just gonna quickly check on my inventory.
Remember, anything you have, and if you might want to use it, you need to put it into your hotbar. So, have you picked up that compass? You might want to put that into your hotbar, because you don't. You actually have to hold it in your hands and look at it like you would a real compass now, which I really like.
5 and 6. 5. I seem to have a glitch, but that's okay.
I managed to take her out with a fire extinguisher, which is
that's impressive.
Pretty amazing for me.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to swap hats because this is I think you remember Bob from when we played together. This is Bob's favourite hat, and if I don't put it on and he sees the video, he will be cross.
Ah, a bit of Bob nostalgia there.
Yes, the
Bob
hat.
beanie.
Indeed.
Nice.
He cries if I don't put one on. So there you go, Bob. That's just for you.